I'm so chuffed with my sighting. Very chuffed. The leopard is approaching the kill. The cub leopard is approaching the kill. Very gingerly, must be said. Isn't she just dear? She's very dear. I think Thandi just growled at her, actually. Now still, she has not opened the abdominal cavity, in which the nutrition of the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, if she can get through the ribs. I suppose that's the thoracic cavity, but the, what I mean, stomach, gallbladder, pancreas, all those spleen, delicious things. Which I think is purely a function of the fact that she does not want to attract anything in the way of scavengers. Yeah, she's trying to approach, but you can see she's quite nervous. The whole time you've been gone chasing the sun with Taylor, she's been asleep. She just got up now. And it made me think that she wasn't actually very hungry, but I'm sure that that's true. I'm increasingly suspicious that she's just nervous of her mum, actually. Nervous of trying to eat with her mother. I would be terrified of trying to eat with Thandi. She's not exactly friendly. Well, I have to agree, Miss Anamandris, she does look so mischievous. That is, of course, why her name is mischievous in Shangaan, Tlalaamba, which means the playful or mischievous one. She's looking hungry now. Seems like she's missing out. There we go. Building up the courage to approach her mother. I'm thankful that I've never had to approach my mother in the same manner. My mother has never been quite as vicious as Thandi. Well, on occasion, but not very seldom. Now she's kind of pretending she isn't approaching. But she is definitely trying to approach. Come on, little girl, be brave. Oh, that's too sweet. Look at that. Look at the colours. Isn't that beautiful? I'm assuming you've pushed the record button, Fergus. The reason I'm asking that is because I'm holding my breath. Because if I breathe, the vehicle will move. Oh, look at this. This is very special. Now she, with no experience at all, look at that. She's gone straight for the belly. So she's got no experience of where to go when you don't want to attract predators. She's going to open the abdominal cavity if her mother doesn't move. Mother giving her a hiss. Going... Now let's see if she actually gets through it. This is where, of course, the mother will not instruct. She's not like she's going to slap her away from the belly. Now she's ready to open the belly herself, maybe to feed Tlalaamba. Yes, a bit of a growl. Now, a lot of people have mentioned that this is how their interactions are going these days. Yeah, losing patience. Well, certainly Mum's losing patience with her cub. Now she's going to play with the tail for a while. Hopefully Mum will open up the carcass for her. That's very sweet. I often wonder if it's, and I'm sure I've been asked this, I often wonder if it's harder for little cubs that are born without siblings. They don't have quite the stimulation of ones that do have siblings. They don't have quite the same playtime. And so their learning must inevitably be not quite as fast, I imagine. Well, now Louise is asking the question, do you think that Thandi chewed off the tail intentionally for Tlalamba to play with? I would go with no, but it's not impossible, I suppose. Don't really see why she shouldn't have. Except that I'm not sure that she's necessarily that thoughtful. But that cub is now having a great play. Now we're going for the belly again. We've still got a bit of light here. I think we've probably got another 10 minutes or so before we'd have to move. She's struggling a little bit there. Doesn't really know what to do. Thandi's still pulling off the hair. You're going to have to do a better job than that, my dear. Pangolin, we think, look, it's impossible to say exactly, but it's not unusual for a female leopard cub to survive from, around about a year, in fact even before 10 months or so, on their own without mum. So that's not impossible. But between a year and 18 months, the separation will start to take place, but she could be around for up to 2 years. It really does depend on what territory is available to her. Now Shadulu, of course, is off in the west, occupying Shadow's old territory. I don't know. To the east is, of course, or basically from here to the east is Thandi's territory, and east of that is, what's her name again? Oh dear. No, the child's to the south of that. Come on, the old leopard, Sunset Bend females, granddaughter. 4-4 spot pattern. And now Salish is long dead. No, the one that lives on Cheetah Plains. Come on, this is ridiculous. Native with quarantine. There we go, thank you. Nkanyeni, thank you, Louise. Nkanyeni is off to the east and into the Kruger. But what's north of Torchwood and into Buffelshoek, I don't know. So I suspect that's where she's going to have to look. She might also wedge herself kind of between Shadulu and Thandi. Bella, most female mammals are single mums. That's basically how they live. Some of them are single mums with slightly more social bents than the female leopards, so I don't know what's a good example. Warthog. Warthogs will give birth often with another female or so, but each warthog is left to raise their own kids. There are no fathers involved. All the cats, female cheetahs the same, lions the exception. There are a lot of single mum mammals in the world. Most of them, in fact, what's interesting though, a lot of them are not hugely territorial themselves. So they do. Not all animals are not all mammals are solitary like this one is. A lot of the predators are. A lot of the cats. But they're not all solitary, and so they do have not so much the help of friends, if you like, but they do have the what was I going to say? They do have the comfort and, of course, the extra eyes to avoid predation that a leopard doesn't have. Well, we'll sit here for a little bit longer. In the meantime, Taylor's found something that I'm trying to think of something original to say. I've failed. Let's go and see what she's got.